a young programmer is given the opportunity of a lifetime to be on the front lines of the testing of a revolutionary new technological product, an artificial intelligence named Ava. That is the premise of the Alex Garland-directed 2015 film Ex Machina, in which our protagonist Caleb is tasked to interact with this new AI in order to test its capacity for intelligence, awareness, consciousness, and understanding.
Do you know what the Turing test is?
It's when a human interacts with a computer. And if the human doesn't know they're interacting with a computer, the test is passed.
The Turing test, originally called the imitation game by Alan Turing in 1950, is a test of a machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to or indistinguishable from that of a human. While the Turing test requires the human party's unawareness of the fact that they're interacting with an artificial intelligence, both us, the audience, and Caleb himself are made aware that Ava is, in fact, not human. As the writer-director Alex Garland explains, the machine is presented clearly as a machine. There's no attempt to hide that it might be a machine. And it's really just a test to see if the machine has sentience or human-like consciousness. Her appearance, that of a mix between human characteristics and machine-like parts, the test now requiring us to measure and accept the humanity in a clearly non-human entity. And perhaps inexplicably, we do. Throughout the film, all of Caleb's and Ava's interactions occur through a wall of glass, further separating the two and highlighting the differences between them, and portraying Ava as nothing more than a test subject, a product to be tested and perfected. And yet it is not long before we see Caleb develop a much more nuanced relationship with Ava. Their conversations leading Caleb to start viewing Ava not as a product, but as an independent entity. Caleb's fascination with Ava continues to grow beyond mere scientific curiosity. Their conversations, punctuated by philosophical inquiries, emotional exchanges, lay the groundwork for a unique bond that transcends the boundaries of conventional romance. And yet the film almost serves as a Turing test not just for Caleb, but for the audience itself. By blurring the lines between love and manipulation, consciousness and artifice, the film challenges viewers to reconsider their perception of identity and agency in an increasingly technologically mediated world. Yet still grounded in our current social environment, Ex Machina seems more like a reality closer and closer to coming into fruition than one long into the future. So what does the future of intimacy and romanticism look like in a world where artificial intelligence has drastically changed our society's complexion? The Blade Runner universe is one of dystopia, fear, and hopelessness. With its bleak undertones and harsh realities, it is a world of isolation where humanity itself feels at times more inhuman than the cyborgs or replicants that they create. The Blade Runners are tasked with one simple mission: to hunt down and eliminate replicants deemed dangerous or unstable. In both the original film and its 2017 sequel, we see the harsh divide between humans and replicants, most of which are treated as subpar, second-class citizens. And yet even in this bleak, unrelenting world, the search of hope and humanity is very much at the epicenter of it. In the original novel, on which the film is based on, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, written by Philip K. Dick, empathy is a big thematic touchstone throughout. Each character in the novel must deal with what it means to be empathetic, and whether that allows someone to be valued as a living thing. And that concept of empathy is at the heart of both Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049. At the heart of these relationships is the concept of empathy, a recurring theme throughout the Blade Runner universe. In both these films, the protagonists, Richard Deckard and Kay respectively, grapple with their emotions and relationships with these replicants. One of the most notable instances of romantic relationships between a human and an AI occurs in Blade Runner 2049, where K, a replicant Blade Runner, forms a deep connection with Joy, a holographic AI designed to serve as a companion. Despite Joy's artificial nature, lacking an actual physical body, the relationship is characterized by genuine affection and intimacy, and highlights the profound human need for connection and love. That human need, ironically, being displayed by what we know to be a replicant. Similarly, in the original Blade Runner, Deckard's relationship with Rachel, a replicant with implanted memories, raises profound questions about identity and agency. The romance blurs the lines between human and machine, prompting Deckard to confront his own prejudices and preconceptions about replicants. Through his interactions with Rachel, Deckard comes to recognize the humanity within her, leading to a deeper understanding of his own humanity. Both these examples offer us a view into how the deeply human need for connection can lead to the forming of relationships that may seem impossible or unlikely. And yet that does not diminish the truth in these relationships and the beauty that comes within those connections. And so to end off, I would like to focus on one film that in my opinion highlights that exact romantic beauty better than most. Her is a romantic sci-fi film written and directed by Spike Jonze. In it, we follow Theodore, a lonely writer who, struggling to deal with his recent divorce, ends up developing a relationship with an AI operating system named Samantha.
Hello, I'm here.
Oh. Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm well. How's everything with you?
Pretty good, actually. It's really nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you too.
At its core, Her delves into the complexities of love and connection in an increasingly technologically driven society. Theodore's relationship with Samantha challenges traditional notions of romance, as he finds himself falling deeply in love with an entity that exists solely in the digital realm. Their relationship blossoms organically, characterized by deep conversations, shared experiences, and emotional intimacy. Through Theodore and Samantha's interactions, the film explores the capacity for AI to understand and respond to human emotions. Theodore, still reeling from the end of his marriage, finds solace and companionship in Samantha, whose empathetic nature provides him with an emotional support he craves. As Spike Jonze himself has stated, there's definitely ways that technology brings us closer and ways that it makes us further apart. And that's not what this movie is about. It really was about the way we relate to each other and long to connect. Our inabilities to connect, fears of intimacy, all the stuff you bring up with any other human being. Theodore's journey is marked by moments of introspection and self-discovery, as he learns to confront his insecurities and embrace the complexities of love. Through his relationship with Samantha, Theodore rediscovers his capacity for joy, creativity, and emotional vulnerability, ultimately finding fulfillment in the midst of his loneliness. There is a deep, unrelated beauty in Theodore's and Samantha's interactions. Their love, at first glance bizarre and out of the realm of reality, and yet somehow at the same time deeply authentic, genuine, and ironically human.
Good night.
Night.
And in my opinion, that is the point. That is the thing that binds us, the thing that connects us, the thing that, however isolated we might feel, however technology or other advancements may make us dread for a future unknown, our inherent need to connect, to relate, will stand tall. These are stories rifled with themes of loneliness, of isolation, of dread. And yet what consistently cuts through is our love for each other, a love that can look beyond physical difference, a love that can go against societal expectations, a love that can defy our own personal ideas of what it is and what it can and should look like. A love so deeply, utterly, and completely human that it goes beyond humanity.